founder of SUPER.ONE, and we are today very, very excited as we are moving very quickly forward with SUPER.ONE. And today, on this Easter day or Easter main Saturday in Easter, we are very proud to tell you that we are record breaking another day here at the headquarters in SUPER.ONE. And we will today show you some juicy new things in the presentation. And we hope you will really like it. And we will open for a little bit of questions towards the end. It will be moderated by Arthur. And Stian will also join me in the presentation. And so let's get started. This is very exciting, and we see how it's booming all over the world these days. It's building up a tremendous momentum for this great project. So let me share the screen and get started with the keynote. There is a lot of information coming today, and it's extremely exciting. So let's get moving. Again, my name, Andreas Christensen. I'm the founder of SUPER.ONE and also the main investor in the holding company Mojo. This presentation is all about how you can make money with us and how we together can build a successful company based on all the great foundations we have put into place over the past years, and all the money, all the time, all the effort, all the trials we've done. So we are very, very pleased to acknowledge all the great reception we get all over the world, and a big thank to all of the teams that's working effortlessly around the clock now. Even during Easter, we are breaking record every day, and that's very, very good. And a big thank to the other participants. I mean the team members that keep the wheels moving. We are developing very fast. We are employing more people every day. So we increasing on support. We are increasing on several aspects. So you have to bear with us. We are still a young company. You can call it a startup. And we are working a lot, but that's some of the charm, not being that polished in the very beginning. So let's get started. We are, from the DNA, we are a mobile gaming and technology company. Myself, I have more than 20 years of being a technology entrepreneur. I have always been an entrepreneur in my life, and I have a background in shipping and finance before I ventured into technology around the year 2000, 20 years ago. And I've been into the mobile space. I have founded the first mobile marketing company in Norway and the Nordic region. It's actually still alive. It was a great success in the beginning, and we listed it in Oslo. And over the years, I've been in various capacities into various mobile entertainment services. So you sort of say I have a long track record within the mobile space and within technology. Now we are teaming up here, and we are creating something truly revolutionary, I will say. This is a breakthrough project that will lead the way both in the gaming industry and also in the affiliate industry. So to tell you a little bit about our story, we know there are some information out there and some people wonder where we're coming from. I would like to have a few comments on that, because it's very relevant for where we are and how we operate. So basically, we were about to do an ICO prior to SUPER.ONE was born. We were about to do an ICO during the crypto boom in the beginning of 2018. What happened is that market tanked. A long story short, SUPER.ONE was born as a way to get a lot of people involved into a company. Instead of doing an ICO, we now do efficiently a token sale and a credit sale through a crowdfunding model and an affiliate model. So we started in 2018 developing the idea, and we were pretty quick in developing the idea. So we went into the market. We launched ourselves in Vietnam during the autumn 2018, late autumn, just before Christmas. We got a great reception, but we saw flaws in the system, things we can do better. And then during this spring of 2019, we worked very hard and we upgraded the platform. At this point in time, we had reached more than 300,000 rewards payments. So we continued our development. And now, since autumn 2019, we realized that our compensation model was not optimal. So we got in contact and we teamed up and partnered up with John Clench and Ingo Mebus, and they came to us as lifelong experts in the network marketing industry and say, Andreas, you need to do this, this, and that. And then we put all our efforts together. They weighted in where their marketing experience and John's particular experience in the binary, they come up with a very, very nice model. And I weighted in, and my team with all our tech experience, how we can do things. And what we have created now is what we like to say is the Formula One of affiliate system. It's a really, truly great system. And it's a lot of details, and it's so nice, and it's the fastest paying system in the world. It's not only one of the best one, and probably the best one, but it's the fastest paying system. So this is a scam killer. There is a watermark before and after SUPER.ONE. And we are just flattered by the competition that steal things from our presentation. Just keep doing that, because you will fail on performers. We will not fail. We lead, we don't follow. So let's dip into the market we are looking at, and the market is tremendously big. Just to give you a little example, this is the Shibuya crossing in Tokyo. Tokyo is the birthplace of digital gaming. You all heard about brands like Nintendo, PlayStation. It's all coming out of Tokyo and Japan in general. And gaming is the world's biggest entertainment segment out there. In Tokyo, there is $8 billion a year in gaming. That's one whopping million every hour, every day. Imagine that. That's a lot. So when you walk a couple of blocks in the technology district of Tokyo, you meet more billion-dollar companies than you do in London. It's crazy. It's crazy. And this market is so huge when you go on a global scale. You don't even need to count it, because it's there. We are all part of it. We all play games. We are all exposed to mobile advertising. There are tons of opportunities here. And we operate with SUPER.ONE. We operate at the sweet spot between the biggest market, which is mobile advertising, and the second biggest market, which is mobile gaming. And we are attainable to billions of millennials around the globe. And even if we don't operate like our game is a little bit different from some other games, that's very good, because we will be category leader in what we do. We are extremely good at what we do. So we have a product that is addressable to a certain part of the market. And we look at least $100 billion of trade, and 500 million players is attainable to our product. So let's not talk about market share, because we will all be sleepless nights. The people we want to attract and the people we target is the millennials. The reason for this is the largest generation in history, and they have the most spending power in history as a generation. They are better educated than ever, and they are born into the digital age. And they have created new services. Companies like Spotify, Airbnb, you can also probably mention Uber. They're all born out of the foundation of the millennial generation. And what is cool now is that the millennials, they are entering their so-called prime spending years. That means that they are now starting to buy cars, they buy houses, they are middle managers, they're starting to make money. They have impact in the economy. That's why they are so attractive for advertising brands. And there is no secret. Mobile gaming is something the millennials do all the time. They do it to get away from the boring daily life. They do it to meet friends. They do it to win prizes. They do it to be exciting. And one thing for sure, the millennials they don't like gambling very much, but they like to play for prizes and do a lot of things. That's why we've seen that in the market. So in the entertainment sector, they are really a powerful thing, but they are also becoming increasingly important in the enterprise sector, because who make the decisions in the corporations around the globe? That's the millennials, because they are middle managers and they make decisions. Same in education, very sought after. So this is really, really good. And the millennials, they are definitely the key to the big profits and the future and to a longevity of our business. And we not only target millennials, we target three subgroups or sub-segments of millennials in the very beginning. The reason for this is we want to sharpen the edge. We use a lot of psychology and market segmentation in our business, how we operate. And here we see the messaging we're going to have towards the socials. The socials are, let's say, the fashion, travel, cosmetics kind of thing. I also dub them the Kardashians, and that kind of says it all. Kim Kardashian get $500,000 to post something on Instagram, and that's kind of tell the story of the value brands, how brands value these influencers. Then we have what we call the streams. That's our name on it. You can also call them street people, urban people. They have a true passion for movies, for music, for gaming, for gadget, all those kind of things. And they spend quite a lot of money. Even their hoodies cost a lot of money. Their sneakers cost thousands of dollars, and they collect sneakers. It's a market I'm totally unaware of, but it's huge. So we have specialist people working with us on the culture of these subgroups. And finally, we have the sports people. There are so many sports fans out there, and many of them are loyal supporters, and we sort of say close to addicts into their clubs. And that's why we have a strong focus on sport. It's not that we are a sport betting company, because we are not doing that. We are not a gambling, but we know that sport is a big commercial opportunity. So then let's look into the game, and let's see how the game can help us all create a delightful, entertaining story for the users that will return a lot of profit coming our way. So we don't do this only for profit. We do this to create something really cool in the market, because if you get a lot of users, you will not think of the profit actually, because you will think of the great product. Great founders don't think of the money. We think, of course, of the money, but we don't think of the money. So that's important. See this beautiful picture of Rihanna. We have a visual game. It's so simple. Everything is visual today. You have Instagram, you have Snapchat, you have Tinder. Tinder has a fantastic become the go-to place for dating. When they started, maybe I think it's 5, 6, 7 years ago, they were kind of looked up on as very weird place to be. Today, it's the go-to place for people when they divorce, and half of the people, unfortunately, do that. So when you look on this, and we look on this, and the very simple thing, what will be your natural reaction? You swipe right. It's Rihanna. The same you do here. And if you don't agree, you simply swipe left. So this is the interaction of the game. It's so simple, and everybody know how to do this. And you can do this even if you are commuting on a train, or you're even on a bicycle, you can do it. So this is cool. This is simple. This is contemporary, catching the visual trends in our society today. We are not only using still pictures, we are using animated pictures. We will also use video. We are entering the 5G age now, the next years. Wow, we could stream videos with questions. There are tons of ways to do. Our platform is so versatile that it could cater any type of entertainment doing this way. And we spent years and millions of dollars preparing for this moment. The content we have is massive. We get content, we create content ourselves. We have our own editorial team, and we have created tons of content, and much more will come. Of course, we have the sports content, the questions, but we also have the Michael Jackson, the House of Cards, the Bridges, the Kim Kardashians. We have geography, we have technology, but we will focus, like I said, on socials, what they call the Kardashians. We will focus on the urban tech, music, movie thing. We will also focus on sport. So since sport is so tremendously big and so obvious, we're going to focus this presentation around the biggest sport and see how that will, how we could enter into that market in a truly exciting way. Look at football. There's more than 3 billion people around the world that love football. The biggest club have more than a billion, 1.5 billion actually, the top 3 clubs in Europe, all over the world. If you travel to Asia, Manchester United is even more popular than in England. It's crazy about it. We were in Vietnam when Vietnam beat the Philippines in a national football match. It was crazy. It was just packed with people, all happiness, all greatness, really cool. So let's look how this could help us to get this to become a commercial success, because that's what we are looking for. We are hunting for revenue that will create a lot of profit, both for the company and for you as stakeholders. So the sporting segment is so important because people are used to sports betting. Sports betting is the biggest segment of the gambling. Thus, we are not gambling. It's the biggest gambling segment, and bigger than casino and poker, much bigger. So it's very important that we can use these kind of sports events and people can become, in example, the one who knows much most about Liverpool or about UFC or whatever we do. So there is a solid business already foundation in the world, and so this is a great chance for us. And when you look on the football, it's ranging all over the world. Of course, it has a stronghold in Europe because of these clubs like Man U, Liverpool, Barcelona. They are big global clubs. And if you enter Germany, you have the Bundesliga, which is a hugely successful, and I mean, there's a lot of money inside, and you can move into the localized clubs. I don't know all of them. I know Bayern München is very good, and we have some Norwegians actually playing there now, and they make a big dent in the whole thing. So these are great opportunities with hundreds of millions of fans all over the world. And how it's going to work when you can be invited here, like in Messenger, you get an invite from John to swipe yourself. That's one way of doing it. Then you can move into battle people. Let's say you are a Manchester United fan. The probability that you have a lot of friends that's also Manchester United fans, that's very big. So when you start sharing this to your friends, they will catch the bait. They will come on. They want to fight you. It's human nature to fight and be competitive. And this is fun. This is free. And if you add money to the equation that you can win $1 million by fighting your friends, that's crazy. You can even get free credits. So this is the way how we market and go to market with the game. This is just viral. This is so viral. It's crazy. It's gonna explode when we open this. And that's why we create this huge community before we open, because we want everyone to have credits, everyone to be prepared before we bounce into the market and really, wow, we are there, successful. We don't do it slow and painful. We do it brutal. So it's not only football in the world. Hey, we're living in a global world, in a globalized world. You have cricket, more than 2 billion people all over, and the stars in India, which is the main country. I mean, you have 1.3 billion Indians really like cricket. They are like famous stars, like Tom Brady is in Super Bowl, or Messi is in football. You likewise, you have these stars. They are like Bollywood stars. They are shakers and movers in their home. And what's going to happen when they start sharing? When you have 1 billion Indians sharing this around, what do you think going to happen? It's going to go crazy, of course. They all love their stars. They all going to be there. And this is so crazy. It's just cool. We don't need more than cricket to become $1 billion company. But if you add football to it, wow, then you're looking multi-billion-dollar company. And if we move on further to America, which is a piece of its own, you look here to Tom Brady, one of the most famous players, and also married to the photo model Gisele Bündchen, lucky bastard. Um, he is one of the most prolific players there. And you can imagine what happened when the Yankees going to have this shared around. Messenger is the biggest platform in US. WhatsApp is not so big in US. They only have like 30 million users, while Messenger is more or less populated to 200 plus million Americans. So this is big. This is going to be big, and this is going to explode in US also. And that's the most commercial advertising market. The opportunities here is just simply endless. So our game is fully legal. We are not a gambling game. We are based on skill and interest, very important factor. Testimonial by our lawyers in London, Bird and Bird, one of Europe's biggest law firms, true experts in entertainment and intellectual property right. Lawful content coming from the biggest agencies in the world, and also the most prominent and the biggest Getty Images, also Avalon and many others. So we have a legal game, we have a legal content that covered. Then we have some additional features in the game that's so cool. And those features, they are created to engage the user, delight the user, make the user coming back for more. Look at this. Let's say this is a little bit similar to the old football cards you had with the picture on the front and some information at the back. In example here, you have the Cristiano Ronaldo. If you own that card, we call it purple nuggets. This is our version of the golden nuggets you buy at McDonald's, but you can't eat this, but you can earn money on them. And that's completely different, probably much better. So when you're playing a game, there is normally 10 questions. So if all your friends or all your competitors need to answer all the 10 questions, you are holding a free pass with Cristiano Ronaldo. Then you need to answer correctly, or you need to answer 9 questions. That will give you a gaming advantage. So this is really cool. Collectibles, you can buy them or you can win them. You can also browse them, and that creates a lot of page views for the platform, which again turn into dollars and cents for you as stakeholders and for the company itself. So this is a very, very unique and cool feature we have. Next up, even worse, advertising. The advertising market on mobile is the biggest commercial activity on mobile phones out there. And there is a huge problem, and nobody has really solved it truly. When I entered the mobile space 20 years ago, I started a mobile marketing company, and we allowed people to send free SMS messages. At that point, they costed $0.25. We let them play for free against we sending them in a commercial SMS. It took completely off. We had like nearly 400,000 Norwegian, which was 10% of the population, registering within 3 months. And that service became the leader. So what we're going to do here now with SUPER.ONE is not the same, but it's the same factor. We're gonna work with the brands, and we're gonna remove the problem in the advertising sector. The problem in mobile advertising is that it is interrupting the people. You probably played Candy Crush and you get this popping up in the middle of your face, ruin your experience, and you're cursing. You say, wow, this is shitty. You will never react positively to that. So we do a much better natively integrated experience that's non-invasive and creates much higher payment from the brands, because the players become positive. This is so cool. This creates a great experience. Nobody will feel ashamed of playing this hard rock kind of thing here, where you end up in their new beautiful resort in Maldives, and you can transcend yourself to diving into the crystal Indian Ocean. Nobody will feel used. You will not feel like you are the product, even if you are. So this is so cool, and we're going to be very selective with the brands, and we're not going to infuse them before we have a lot of users Because when we sit down with the brands and do negotiations, we want to be on top of those negotiations. Having said that, I can say the brand you see in front of us, we already have a dialogue. So, um, lastly, the third feature, there will be tons of features. These are three prominent features. We call it the Tinderization of SUPER.ONE, and this caters the strongest feeling people have in their mind. It's called love. It's stronger than money, stronger than food. It's the strongest one. So what we do, we are not Tinder, we are not dating, but we are catering one important component that people, why people do gaming. They do it as a social component, and we take social gaming to a whole new level. I really hate that expression, but I just said it. So we take it to the ultimate level where you can meet people you don't know, and we can connect you based on your interest. So let's say Victor here, he's really good at geography. He can connect with Victoria. They can agree to play a tournament together, and the price could be, for instance, a trip to Maldives. So Victor can use this as a pickup line to Victoria and say, let's play together, and you want to go to Maldives with me? That's cool. That's really cool. And we have a lot of other stuff related to this, how we could engage, how we could offer them. If they don't win, they can go with discounted tours. This is so bonding, and this is really, really strong. So enter enterprise. Enterprise is a huge market. It's where the businesses are using entertainment technology or consumer technology. We see a tremendous market. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Huge market to commercialize. Huge future growth vertical for us as the millennial people. They will be the shakers and movers. They are the decision makers in these industries now. Same in education. Get capture the young people before they get their own habits, and get them into it. Brands endorse it, they love it, and this is very strong. So thirdly, in addition to enterprise and education, we will have other services. This is coming as we grow the user base. We want to monetize the user base much more. First of all, money services are growing like nothing else in the world today. The Revolut, Virex, all the kind. The new bank in Brazil is the second most valuable fintech startup. The investment into fintech is skyrocketing. It is just crazy. So we're going to be there either directly with our own products. We will have an exchange, in example. We will have banking services, card services, but we're not starting with that. We're starting with a game. And then we will use shopping and travel. And one thing that separates us from the other out there is that we know what you know, and that is called cognitive intelligence. We can run ads to you based on your interest that no other operator can do, and that will pay off greatly in higher advertising, better rates, more conversion. So now we're going to turn into the money side. That's why we are here today. We're going to talk about how you can get into this as we move on these days. So let's first tell you how we make money, because that's how you also going to make money. We make money from game credits. So people can, or users, players can buy game credits to enter premium games. We don't expect everyone to do that. We expect maybe 10%, meaning that 90% of the players will play our free games, and they will generate advertising revenue. That's a very, very well-engineered model. It's been around for a decade, and it's there. Everybody know you earn a lot of advertising in gaming. Everybody know you can convert a lot. So this is nothing new. As the third revenue stream, we will also have service fees. All of you maybe have a crypto wallet or been to a crypto exchange like Coinbase. Every time you change your money, they are bloodsuckers, and they actually take a piece of the action from you. And you're kind of framed into that. We will do that in an even better way, but we will take that profit and distribute to all our stakeholders, including you. We expect our revenue to be around $50 per user. every year, and 60% to come from the direct game credits. That's the safest way. We control all the space, and nobody can interfere. When we relate to advertising, we need a large crowd, etc. We need the advertiser to come. Same with service fees. We are leveraging a large crowd. So I will sort of say at least 60% of the revenue base is covered internally, and then 20 and 20 comes along. So this is a very solid and proven business model. So we are now, like I said, we are now opening the new version. We told about the previous version at the start of this presentation. We are opening our app on the April 27. And there is a good period before that. I will get back to that, where you can enter and be prepared for what we're doing. We are coming with something new in our sense. We have operated apps in app stores before in our company, and we have all the technology, all the knowledge and experience related to that. So now we are producing, we are releasing our really nice apps that is native app with native notification that makes the whole sign up process to SuperOne like a breeze. This will be the world's first crypto project you can sign up with a Facebook account. And that opens up for 2.5 billion users around the world. And it's even better than the Facebook Libra initiative, which is closed down more or less. So we take care of the security. It's going to be really cool to see when you click on the Facebook, we have links that will deep link. So when you send a link on Facebook, people click on it, enter with their Facebook, they are connected to your affiliate online and touch and go. So there is no roadblocks doing this. It's not like today where you have to use Trust Wallet and all these things. All that's history in a couple of weeks. So let's have a look on the compensation model. And like I said, we have the couple of compensation models before. That's how we do business. We test the waters, we get feedback, we go back to the drawing board, we recreate, we improve, and we move persistently forward. We have done that, and we've been around, and that's what makes SuperOne different from other companies. We own all the code. We do all the work from scratch, and that makes us maybe slower, but not slower, because we are innovating the space. We move forward. We take care of the users in a different way. And we create what we call true competitive advantage. No one can, they can copy us from the outset, but not from the inner workings. They don't know how to do things. We are true experts when it comes to technology. Our tech team has, the leader of the tech team now has experience from ING, one of the biggest banks in Europe when it comes to security. He also have handled the efficient system of KLM Dutch Airlines. So we have great people. We are moving forward every hour, every day. So what we have created now, the model I'm going to show you is created by John Clench, and he's the head of sort of architecture in SuperOne. We've been working with John for a while. He's a great resource and had tremendous experience when it comes to this. And he has created something that is simply one word, crazy. And it is what we call a triple magic, combining coding, binary, and matching. We're using the binary as the skeleton or the framework because everyone knows in the industry that binary is the leading compensation model that creates fast momentum. And so let me start showing you the coding, because this is the flagship of SuperOne. This is crazy. So on all people you get directly without any qualification, you get 5%. So you can enter for free and you get 5%. Okay, that's good. Maybe not very sexy, but it's good. So once you have got 3 people to buy, in example, the $500 package, you will get what we call direct, the direct coding will increase with 10%. So now you're getting 15%. So instead of getting $25, you get $75 for every $500 package you refer. Okay, now we're talking $75 is quite a large amount of money for everyone in the world. But it doesn't stop there. This is where the fun really starts. Because when you pass number 4, or when you get to number 4, when you pass 3 into a coding tire, you open up for what's called downline coding. And this is where the real magic start to happen. So when D here, as your number 4 referral on, let's say, a $500 package, when he recruits his first 3, you will get 10% of each of them. So that's $150 only on those. And then when they recruit, you get on their first 3, that's another 9, $450. And it's keep going all the way to the end. There is no end. It's infinitely. So this becomes your, what we dubbed it the popcorn machine of $50, because we think $50 will be the most sought after package here. And everybody will receive, $50, pling, pling, coming to your telephone. And the cool thing, we pay our rewards in Ripple. So you get a Ripple account on the platform. So we pay, not only are we the best in this, doing this, we are also the fastest one. We pay you within 2 seconds. You can try to beat that. 2 seconds. We are the world's fastest paying affiliate system in the world. By far. We are second to none. So this is really cool. And this is so powerful. So I would like to show you a little bit how this is working. This is the fantastic app we have developed now. And it's more or less ready. We are doing tests, etc., staging it now. So this is the beautiful interface. And we stayed very white. We like what Apple is doing. We like what some of the modern companies. This is not like a lot of thing. Very simple thing. You see the Ripple logo here. You have 2 ripples on your account. This is just specimen numbers. And basically here you see a clean interface. It's very easy to navigate. So let's see how the coding can really make a dent into your wallet, because the coding, that's the crazy stuff. You start off with a 3, you get the direct, then you start number 4, you start developing the downline on number 4, and pay attention to the counter upright in this corner. It starts coming money to you, and it starts coming $50, $50, $50. All the way down, your downline is converting into dollars, not just downline. And this continue further. Continue to next one. And it doesn't stop because you got number 5 in. What's going to happen? Number 5, the same thing. Just continue as your money machine coming pling, pling, pling to your phone. You're getting more and more rewards pumping into your wallet. This is so amazing, but it doesn't stop there, because this goes to infinitely. You can imagine what kind of cash machine you are creating by building this. This is the revolution in affiliate marketing. And all of these transactions get to you in 2 seconds. Imagine what you can do with this. So this is why we are, sorry for that. It's my first time with this presentation. Okay, so that's really cool. That's the coding. It's really cool. Let's look at the binary. It's nothing less. This is really good. All of you know how a binary is working. You have a power leg, you have a pay leg, and we pay the full 10% on the pay leg. It goes to infinite. It builds a tremendous volume for you. It's really, really cool. And we have a great feature on top of each leg. We have a holding tag. So we have 2 holding tags, and that makes it possible for you to put people there if you want. You don't need to use it. Then you can keep people there, and you can keep them engaged. In example, you have 3 people in your pay leg or power leg holding tank, and you say, first one that recruit 3 people, I will let you out. Well, wow, that's a great way of keeping people engaged, creating a little bit of gamification. And we pay 100% of all the dollars transacted in your pay leg. There is no business volume or any hidden thing. And again, we pay it within 2 seconds. And even that, on your power leg now, we are inserting the whole structure in SUPER.ONE. So the power leg will be approximately 10,000 people when we open, hopefully more. and the top shakers and movers that we are brought in now. We have the top people in the structure. They have committed with an agreement with the company to work only on the power leg for the first 6 months period. The reason for this is we want you to concentrate on the pay leg, because while you concentrating on the pay leg, you start earning money. Everybody go baluba. We get a huge momentum. So this we do together, and we have 7 ranks. It's very cool. You can become a director, and then you can all the way to become a director 250K or legend, as we call them. We like to call them legend because those are the true legends, and they will have huge benefit. So then you will have 7 generations of matching that I'm going to explain to you now, and you can earn up to $250,000 in binary only, in binary. So in addition to that, you will have coding and you will have matching. So this is crazy. When you have a look on the direct, the matching, that's divided into 2. You have the direct matching, you get 30% of all your direct referrals. So imagine you get a good director going, you get a guy, okay, and he's making $100,000 every week. That's what he's earning. He's a shaker and mover, and you got them into SUPER.ONE. Okay, you may be not that good, but you were that good bringing him, and you get $30,000 every week in matching on this guy. So that's the way it's working. Simple. Build your team and benefit from other people's work. That's really cool. And look at the downline matching. This is where the craziness continue. And John has done a great job of creating what's called compressed matching. So you are earning matching from one director level to another director level. All the unranked members in between, you will also earn from, but they will not count in your generations. So this is something where we compress all the small members, but you will earn this all the way, and it enables you to leverage a massive downline, and you will go, like I like to say, seriously deep sea fishing. So let's have a little bit of look at a video now how this binary is working. Here we see the beautiful interface where you can manage your power leg. You can keep people there. You can see what they're buying. They will be able to start recruiting because they will have the same feature as you. So they will start building their organization while they are still in the holding tank. And then you're able to place them at any time. And you have to do that within 168 hours or 7 days, 1 week. So if not, they are automatically placed because they are already, you already have decided whether they are in power leg or pay leg. So great feature. We have messaging feature, a lot of cool stuff, but this is where you want to be placed. We are creating this humongous power leg, monstrous power leg. You can be here now. You can enter the company today, the program, and you can pay a package and you can be placed on the top here. You can concentrate when we open building your pay leg. So what you do now, you enter the program, you get 3 people, so you sort out your coding, and you place those 3 people into the power leg as a part of the teamwork. And once we open shortly, you will be able to focus only on your pay leg. And this is amazing. So I know where I want to be, and I know where you want to be. There is no questions asked about this. So that's that one. And when you look at the matching, you're creating a team. We have a beautiful interface in the app where you can navigate down your downline. It's not so easy to create this navigation on mobile. So we spent a lot of time and tested and tried and failed and got back to the drawing board. So we have a little bit of different way of looking at your downline. It's a kind of cards that you can play all the way down. You can open different, and the green, nice green, encapsulate them. That this means that number 1 here recruited number 2, number 3, and all this will also be developed as we move forward. I mean, we're doing the first version. This will be continuously upgraded by our great team. But this is a nice, clean way of doing things. So let's see how this matching will give you rewards. It's crazy. It's coming here. Direct matching, and then it starts. The downline matching is coming all the way down to your first director, then to your second, to your third, so on, all the way down to the seventh director. That's generational matching. And every single transaction will be giving you matching. And of course, what did I say? 2 seconds, the world's fastest matching. No problem with that. So the two levels of packages we have here is the top level directed levels. Those are not available in pre-sale. Those are for the, how should I say, the more shakers and movers. While we have the business levels, which are designed uniquely for you to create a very good start into this business, and make you a great profit, so you can really move forward into this. We're starting with $100, $500, $1,000, and $2,500 packages. And you see there is a purple number below. Like you have 500 in black, you have 250 in purple. That is the deposit thing. Again, we are innovating in the industry. We can give you the package for half the price. You pay only 50% when you purchase the package, but of course, we need the full pay. So we keep back 50% of your rewards for the next 3 months, or until you paid the package. So if you are a good one, it's only 10 codings, and we retain $25 of each of them, and you paid it. And that could happen hopefully within hours or days. It's not that difficult. This creates a very good career path for you going forward. And especially when you get to the director level with much more expensive packages, this will be very, very high, feasible for you. You will be kind of, okay, I have the $5,000 package, I paid it, I want the 10, but forking out 10 is too much. But okay, 5 is okay. So I go for 5 and I increase my power, and you really make more money. So we help you make more money, and you help the company advancing you into the plan. So this is really, really good. And of course, something new coming from SUPER.ONE. So that those 3 elements, those forms what we call the triple magic. And now you're thinking, this plan, wow, I'm going to make a lot of money on the coding and the binary. The good thing is that if you do well on the coding, the binary will follow and the matching will follow suit. They are built to be short-term, medium-term, long-term, whatever you put on that. So they are work in concert and strengthen each other. And John has been really good at this, explaining and constructing the architecture behind this, how this works together. And there is one more important thing. You're thinking, wow, this is too good to be true. So this is going to go burning out. This is going to crash because the company will pay 200%. And the good thing is we have put mathematical equations into this. So we calculate every single little transaction. We never go beyond a cap of 75%. And then you can say, oh, they are only paying 75%. I want to go to this company because they pay 85 or 90%. Those companies don't have a healthy business, I can tell you. And if you don't retain something for the operation and for the growth of the game, etc., it will not be a good way forward. I think 75% is in my mind even too high, but to be on the good side in the industry, we needed to do it, and we will never overheat the model in any sense. So these elements are created to cool down the model together, and the whole notion of this, the packages, etc., is tailor-made for you to make money and for the company to be healthy and sustainable. So we take care of both you and ourselves. And if we do that in a great mutually beneficial relationship, we go into the future and become stronger than ever. We are not here for the short term, we are here for the long term, and that's very important that you get residual revenue coming. And one more thing I nearly forget in every presentation is that all the gaming revenue that comes from your affiliates, they will be connected to you. And now you're wondering, I don't have any affiliates. Well, I have a lot of game credits. And those game credits you will be able to stake into a pool in the company. And once we use that credit to recruit players, they will be connected to your downline. So we thought of that too. So this is a concept where both the passive investors could participate and the active affiliates can participate. One big happy family. So that's concludes the presentation. Now we can look a little bit about how you can get ready, how we can get in the game, because a lot of people are coming every day. And the deals we are offering now is 100% bonus for a few more days until April 16. That means you get double the credits and double the tokens when you enter the platform. That's really, really a great offer. We will reduce that on April 17th until and including April 26th to 50%. So we get you to move now. We want to create a huge momentum. You should reach out now immediately to your folks and get them boarded. Once we open on 27, there will be no more bonuses, period. We then deploy our advanced blockchain algorithms, our new one. We will never be able to do that. So it's now or never. So the ticket to enter now, you can say it's half the price now, and it will be less in the middle there, and it will be full price as we start boarding. This is the same as an airplane. If you order the ticket a month before, you get a great price. If you order 1 hour before, you get it more expensive. And if you come at the airport after takeoff, you're left behind. So this is the place to be. Get in the game. Our pre-launch offering consists of 4 packages: $100, $500, $1,000, and $2,500. So the $100 package is the entry level. You buy that, you will get a position on top of the binary. That's very good. And you get double the credits and double the tokens from what we open. The $500 package is a really value booster because you also get the $100 package together with the $500 package. So when we open, you will receive coding bonus both on the $100 pack and the $50 pack, provided you brought 3 people in. And this is the trick you need to communicate to your people now. We set aside 10% of coding from all the sales these days. So when we open, you will receive immediately $50 for every $500 pack. That's among the first 3 in your entire downline, provided you have at least 3 in your downline. Very important, very important. So you're earning coding bonus. We can discuss that more later, and we can explain it, but it's very important that you get that in. So if you buy the 500 package, you will get coding bonus both for the 100 pack and the 500 pack. So that's why 500 is, that's the first argument why 500 is a real value booster. Secondly, you will get $10,000 of priority trading. You know, I told you we're going to open our own exchange. We're going to have our own demand coming in, and you will be able to sell your tokens if you want. I think you will not, but maybe you want. Maybe you need to sell a little bit. You will be able to sell for $10,000 during a priority period. So that's the 500. That's the first value pack. If you look, or a very, very valuable package. If you look on Super Launch 1000, costing $1,000, you get all the 3 packages, and you get coding in all 3 packages. So if you bring in, the more people you bring in, either in 100, 500, or 1,000, you will get coding in all of them. And you get a massive $25,000 of priority trading. That's the $1,000 package. And if you move yourself all the way to $2,500 or $2,500, you get all the 4 packages, and you get the coding in all 4 packages when we open. So you will get that provided you brought in people. Whether you brought them then in 100, 500,000, or 2,500, you will get the coding if you have the $2,500 package. And it doesn't stop there. When you're looking at the number of game credits, you get 500,000 game credits. It's crazy. You can bring in tons of people that will bring a lot of turnover to you. And then you have the tokens, massive amount of token. You can sell 50,000 worth of tokens, $50,000 when we open for internal trading. So this is a golden opportunity. We don't hope and we don't believe that you will sell the tokens because it's going to be very valuable at that time, and they will increase in price every hour, every day. So these forms the pre-launch offerings. They are available using our old interface. I must say I am a little bit ashamed of that interface now, because what we are moving into is so cool. So now you need to use Trust Wallet or MetaMask to buy these packages and using Ethereum, and it takes a long time before you get it. It takes 2 minutes, according to as opposed to what you will get in the future. It takes 2 seconds. That's a little bit kidding. We are paying 10% frontline commission and 2 levels above that, 5% for these packages. So the people that do the job also get a little bit paid. And the main purpose of this pre-launch is to board and get a lot of people ready, and to get them ready with game credits and get things ready and open. So when we open the binary now, we have a huge momentum from out of the gate immediately. So that's what we do. And I think my simple message is get in the game today. And I would like to personally welcome you all to SUPER.ONE. We have a record day yesterday and even the day before, and I believe today will also be a record. So many people have asked for this presentation, and now it's publicly available on SO-link/affiliate. You can also go to our current website where you can download what's called network presentation. We use the network name on the website. That will bring you to this link. You will be able to download this. And I kindly have one little warning. We are updating this all the time, and we are a little bit too perfectionist in what we do. So I kindly ask you not to chop this into pieces and create your own pictures using different fonts, colors, etc. Please stay loyal to the brand design. It's very important for us. And don't try to impersonate being SUPER.ONE using SUPER.ONE domains and names. We will publish our guidelines for marketing. We are working on those together with a brand manual, so you can adhere to that. But we will publish that, and we will be pretty strict on this. This has obvious reasons. We see people creating groups that is not public material. So I kindly ask you to cater or entertain that request from us. If there is something you need specifically for your kind of marketing channel or whatever, reach out to your upline, reach out to us. You can reach out on the help channel also. It's getting more and more manned, and we will be able to create graphics if you need something particular. We have a team of designers. They have a lot to do, but we are more than happy to help instead of finding mediocre stuff online. So that's
Andreas, could you answer for, we've got a couple of questions that would be very good if you could answer. They're very relevant.
Of course.
So Guillermo is asking, first of all, so once you have 1 million in volume and you reach the rank of a legend, is there any requirement then to keep that ranking?
Yes, the volume requirement is rolling 30 days. So we are continuously measuring you. So if you have the level for, let's say you have a transaction that breaks the level in 1 day, it will keep you there for 30 days. There is a rolling calculation for 30 days. So one transaction is valid in 30 days.
Okay, so that ensures that the entire team just has to keep on producing.
They have to keep on producing, yes. That's the purpose of the whole compensation model.
Perfect. Now, how?
And I can apply. I can have a little bit more comments that if you buy a package, if you buy a directed package, you are grandfathered the title and the weekly cap, but you are calculated based on your performance after the grace period. So if you have a 10K directed title, you will be able to earn up to 10K a month, but you will be calculated based on your performance.
Okay, perfect. Now, Guillermo also asked whether you have an idea of how many games would initially launch and about the types of games. How could you potentially collect the type of interests that you have among your community?
I think we have answered that greatly in our presentation. We have one gaming platform with a lot of different games into different interest groups. I'm not going to go into too much detail. We work like Apple. We have a few products that's very good, and that's it. We are not here into a competition of having most games. If you look on the successful gaming companies in the world, you can look to Supercell in Finland. They are behind Clash of Clans and whatever they have. They have not many. They have 3-4 really cool games. We are using the same strategy.
Perfect. And now there is a question about where is the company registered, and if you do have an e-gaming license, if it's required at all, if you could just elaborate.
We are registered in London, United Kingdom. We don't need an e-gaming license because we are operating a skill-based game, which is out of the legal framework or any gambling, so we don't need it in any jurisdictions in the world. We are like a normal gaming company, don't need licenses.
Perfect. And lastly, if you could just explain the founders offer that we have for the first 1,000 qualified members very briefly, please.
What do you say? The first time?
The founders offer that we have for the first 1,000 people that secure the super code 500.
Yeah, we've done something crazy. The first people that qualify for having this triple composition of downline, they will get a title, and we will keep that title for them, and they will also get 10%. No, I mean full matching of the first 3 people in their downline. So that's a hilarious, crazy gig from John. It's the brainchild of John, and I like it very much. It's really good because it's going to create a momentum that's insane. We are working a little bit on presenting this in a little bit more interactive way now and see what it can mean for you. But if you dive into our videos as we publish them, you will understand the impact this had on your cash flow. It's crazy.
Perfect. And there's a question from Jeffrey. Now, the last question for today. The company is open to get a license in the Philippines. I don't know whether he means the MLM license of any sort. Would that be something that's, because I'm sure that you've explored this topic as well. Does the company require any MLM licenses to operate?
We don't. I mean, I'm not going to dive into Philippines in particular. In general, we operate as an affiliate company, which is a legal business all over the world. We will have local adaptations in certain markets. In example, in China, we will adapt to that. When it comes to Philippines, I know there are a lot of regulation related to the Filipino Security Exchange Commission, but we are not selling security at this point in time, so it's not very relevant. We are selling game credits, which are a utility token, and as far as me and my lawyers are concerned, we are not under any regulation of that. It might be local regulation, right, left, and center that kind of supervise this. We relate to the biggest regulators in the world: Security Exchange Commission in US, BaFin in Germany, FCA in UK, and also in Singapore. So we think those are the prevailing jurisdictions around the world, and they are leading the space, and we are complying with their published regulations. That's how we deal with that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, any more? If not, I would like to wish you all a really beautiful Easter. We welcome you back at 10 o'clock tonight. Yes, we're doing it even on Saturday in the Easter. Because we are now catering a lot of people in Asia, Australia, New Zealand with this call. We are catering United States with our evening call. And we will, at that point, also have some more news. It's coming a little bit every day, and I can tell you that I think the next week will be really amazing. And we are working on something in our kitchen, our little creative kitchen. Okay, thank you very much, and welcome you on board. Get your package, get in the game, make things moving. Thank you.